Hey everyone, welcome back to Harry and Meghan Tales, where truth meets royalty, and we cut through the noise with facts, fire, and fearless commentary. This is the place where Meghan and Harry's story gets told the right way. No tabloid spin, no palace PR, just raw honesty and real love for the Sussexes. I'm your host, Adrian, and today we're diving into yet another wild media frenzy. But don't worry, we've got the receipts, the analysis, and the clapbacks locked and loaded. Let's get into it, Dot. The digital world can ignite with astonishing speed. In just moments, a single post or video can leap across continents, connecting millions of people in a shared experience. The pace at which information travels today is truly unprecedented, and sometimes it only takes one spark to set off a global reaction. Recently, a video clip, apparently shared by Meghan Markle herself, began to circulate widely online. What started as a simple upload quickly gained momentum, as viewers around the world hit the share button, sending it spiraling through countless feeds and timelines. The video captured Meghan in a rare, joyful moment, dancing and smiling in the hours before giving birth. It was a candid, deeply personal glimpse into her life, showing a side of her that the public rarely gets to see. The authenticity and vulnerability in the clip resonated with many, making it feel both intimate and universal. The internet reacted instantly, sparking a global conversation that crossed borders and cultures. People everywhere were drawn into the story, eager to share their thoughts and feelings about what they had seen. Some saw a relatable woman finding joy in anticipation. They connected with her excitement and vulnerability, seeing reflections of their own experiences in her happiness. Others, however, viewed the moment through the lens of royal expectations, questioning whether such openness was appropriate for a member of the royal family. For them, the video blurred the lines between public duty and private life. The sheer volume of commentary transformed what was likely intended as a private share into a worldwide talking point overnight. News outlets picked up the story, and social media buzzed with opinions, debates, and speculation. This video, showing Meghan in such an unguarded state, touched a nerve. It prompted emotional responses, with some viewers feeling inspired and others unsettled by the level of access into her personal life. For many, it was a refreshing break from the formality of royalty, a reminder that even those in the spotlight experience the same joys and anxieties as everyone else. For others, it felt too intimate, raising questions about boundaries and the right to privacy, even for public figures. The debate wasn't just about Meghan, but about privacy, celebrity, and the evolving image of modern royalty. It highlighted how the lines between public and private are constantly shifting in the age of social media. One small clip, perhaps meant for friends, became public property in a matter of hours, its original context lost, interpretations multiplying as it spread. The speed and scale of its reach were a testament to the power of digital sharing. The stage was set for a much larger conversation about how we engage with the personal lives of public figures and what it means for privacy, empathy, and the future of fame in our hyper-connected world. At its core, the video was a simple portrayal of happiness, a rare, unfiltered glimpse into a private moment that felt refreshingly genuine. Meghan, radiant and full of life, moved to music, her delight genuine, a stark contrast to royal solemnity. Her laughter and movement seemed spontaneous, untouched by the expectations that often surround public figures. The setting was informal, suggesting a space where she felt free to be herself. The cosy living room, filled with personal touches, hinted at a sanctuary away from the public eye, a place where authenticity could flourish. This authenticity resonated with many, framing the video as a celebration of a significant life event. It was more than just a dance. It was a joyful acknowledgement of a new chapter, shared with those who care. It wasn't a performance, but a moment of personal release and happiness. Alone, she allowed herself to feel and express pure joy, unburdened by outside judgment. Dancing while awaiting childbirth is deeply human, a way to connect, alleviate stress, and express what words can't. For many expectant mothers, such moments are a way to bond with the life growing inside them, to celebrate hope and anticipation. Sharing such a moment signals a desire for a more open, relatable connection with the world. By inviting others into her private joy, Meghan broke down barriers, making herself more accessible and real. It challenges the traditional stiffness of royal figures, favouring warmth over reserve. The video stands as a gentle rebellion against the expectation of constant composure, instead embracing vulnerability and connection. Yet this display of joy became a focal point for varied interpretations, endearing to some, scrutinised by others. The public's response was a reflection of broader conversations about authenticity, privacy, and the pressures faced by those in the spotlight. Strip away the public persona, and what remains is a woman celebrating a transformative experience. In that quiet reflection, we see not a duchess, but a mother-to-be, embracing change and hope. That fundamental humanity deserves acknowledgement, regardless of one's views on her public role. In the end, moments like these remind us of the universal need for joy, connection, and understanding, a reminder that behind every public figure is a person simply living their truth. The media response was swift, with newsrooms across the country immediately picking up the story and pushing it to the forefront of their coverage. Within hours, headlines and breaking news alerts dominated television screens and online platforms, ensuring that the clip was seen by millions. And in many quarters, the reaction was predictable. Editors and producers seemed to know exactly how the story would play out, almost as if following a well-worn script. Some outlets framed the clip critically, questioning the judgment behind sharing such intimacy in a public forum. Pundits and commentators debated whether such moments belonged in the public eye or if they crossed an invisible line of decorum. Headlines buzzed with surprise and disapproval, turning what was meant to be a joyful, personal event into a source of controversy and heated discussion. Meghan's actions, which might be considered benign or even endearing if done by others, are subjected to intense scrutiny and negative framing. The relentless attention from paparazzi and critics magnifies every gesture, no matter how small. Would another royal receive the same critique for similar behaviour? History suggests not. There's a clear double standard at play, with Meghan often judged more harshly than her counterparts. This disparity fuels public division. Supporters praise her authenticity and willingness to be herself, while detractors accuse her of seeking attention or breaking tradition for personal gain. Social media quickly became a battleground for competing viewpoints, with passionate arguments erupting in comment sections and threads. The digital echo chamber amplified polarization, making it difficult for any middle ground to be found. The video, once a symbol of joy, soon became less about the moment itself and more about the pre-existing biases people hold, a familiar cycle in Meghan's public life, where every action is filtered through layers of opinion and controversy. Too often, the simple humanity of the moment is lost in the noise, overshadowed by sensationalism and the relentless search for scandal. In the end, what should have been a celebration of family and love becomes yet another flashpoint in a never-ending debate. Meghan Markle's moments of personal expression often reveal deeper societal discomfort. Criticisms go beyond protocol, touching on classism and, for many, racism. Actions celebrated in others are framed as problematic for Meghan, exposing glaring double standards. The expectation for royals to be stoic is long-standing, but Meghan's openness jars those clinging to tradition. Subtle classism and the unspoken rules of the establishment can be unforgiving to outsiders. Meghan's background differs from royal lineage, fueling hypercritical examination. And then there's race. Her presence in a historically white institution is both symbol and target. Persistent negative coverage echoes racial bias, adding an unfair dimension to her scrutiny. This undercurrent makes her journey uniquely challenging. As the dance video sparked debate, speculation swirled. Is Meghan pregnant again? Such conjecture is common for public women, especially royals, but it's deeply intrusive. The decision to share family news belongs to Meghan and Harry alone. Media-fueled rumours can rob individuals of their right to privacy and control. Whether or not Meghan is expecting is a private matter until she chooses to share it. Our role should be one of patience and respect for their autonomy. Meghan's video reignited the debate over authenticity versus tradition in royal life. By sharing genuine moments, she champions a refreshing, if challenging, form of authenticity. There's power in being real, connection on a human level beyond titles and protocol. Royal traditions can feel rigid. Meghan's openness offers a new model. Vulnerability and joy are not attacks on tradition, but evolutions of it. Genuine happiness from public figures reminds us of our shared humanity. Criticizing such moments misses the point. Celebrating them makes institutions more relatable. Meghan's approach unsettles some, but resonates with many who crave sincerity. Her courage to be herself is a strength, not a liability. This chapter in Meghan's public life invites reflection. How do we engage with stories about public figures, especially personal ones? Let's affirm fairness, empathy, and respectful discourse. Before judging, remember the human being at the centre, a wife, mother, an individual on a unique path. Empathy isn't agreement, but understanding and dignity. The way Meghan is covered says as much about us as it does about her. Let's strive for a future where public figures are treated with the respect and empathy they deserve.